Army officials say yesterday's active shooter situation at Fort Stewart in Georgia could have been far worse if not for the heroic response of 6 soldiers who jumped into action. They were honored for their bravery today as the investigation into the shooting continues. Fox's Connor Hansen has those details.
Well, they have an active shooter on Fort Stewart.
One of the largest military bases in the U.S. went under lockdown Wednesday after shots rang out and 5 soldiers were hurt. Other soldiers were able to stop the gunman before more people were shot.
Under duress and fire, they ran into battle to the sound of the gunfire, took down the assailant, and then took care of their comrades, and that made all the difference.
Those soldiers honored as heroes Thursday. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll says some of them tackled the shooter and subdued him until police got there. Others quickly gave medical care to soldiers who were injured.
They did not hesitate. They reacted as soldiers are supposed to, and they did their jobs.
All 5 of the soldiers who were shot are expected to survive.
The fast action of these soldiers under stress and under trauma and under fire absolutely saved lives.
The Army says the shooter used a personal handgun and not a military firearm. He worked as a supply sergeant and carried out the shooting in his work area. He has never been deployed.
The perpetrator of this atrocity, which is exactly what it is, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
It's still unclear what the motive was for the shooting. The Army is investigating and says it's looking for ways to prevent this from happening again. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox 9.
Well, as Israel continues its war with Hamas, its President Benjamin Netanyahu said the country plans to take over the Gaza Strip until the militant group is destroyed. The move has drawn criticism from other Israeli officials who think it'll do more harm than good. But Netanyahu insists it will only be temporary.
We don't want to govern it. We don't want to be there as a governing body. We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us and giving Gazans a good life.
Now, this announcement comes on top of a growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The UN says 99 civilians have died from starvation this year in Gaza, and that number is expected to rise.
Drug maker Eli Lilly says its latest weight loss drug is showing promising results. The drug is a GLP-1 medication. It's in the form of a pill, though, instead of an injection. Now, the highest dose led to an average weight loss of 27 pounds in overweight or obese adults, and that was over a period of 72 weeks. That is slightly less than the average weight loss reported for some of those injectable drugs like Wegovy and Zepbound. Eli Lilly does plan to seek some regulatory approval for the drug by the end of the year, and that means they could potentially offer an alternative to those current injectable medications.
Well, Amy